So, in this video, I have an idea. And this could very well also get me killed. But in this video, I'm going to try and defeat the Wither. This may or may not end and go really wrong, or it can go really, really good. This could end in multiple ways. And dying is 100% one of them. My armor is completely maxed out. Like, I've made sure that my armor is maxed out. But this could go really wrong, or it could end really good, and there's really no telling how well this could actually go. There's a million ways this could go. Now, actually, the one thing I am going to specify is I did a little bit of work off camera. Actually, I've done quite a bit of work off camera. Potions I'm still working on. But I have done some work off camera. Specifically, when I said I was going to get TNT and Ender Pearls, this is not all the Ender Pearls. Just so, for context, I got an entire barrel full of Ender Pearls right here. So, just for context, yeah. And, the TNT I said I was going to do, well, I did quite a number on the TNT. When I said I was going to get TNT, Ender Pearls, and upgrade, I meant it because, yeah. Now, as for the lodestones, I need to do that. I really need to do that, actually. But that's not for a hot minute. And also, I guarantee you somebody's going to ask me, what arrows am I going to use? Well, the arrows I'm going to use are the instant damage and poison arrows. Actually, I might just use instant damage, because instant damage is about the best thing you can get when it comes to using arrows. Now, unlike most people who don't bother enchanting or making sure they max out their stuff, I have infinite arrows. So, I could shoot this bow... Oh, never mind. No, I can't. I was literally about to say, unlike people who don't go for infinity unless they're fighting the Wither, I had infinity on my bow and these enchantments on my bow long before I defeated the Ender Dragon. It took me probably at least 13 days to get this much, and I'm currently on day 100 and something. And anyone who says otherwise needs to not have a skill issue. Although, the one thing I didn't do is get God apples. That's the actual only thing I didn't do. I didn't get God apples. And actually, I guess I probably should have done that before I freaking did that. So, actually, I might not fight the Wither in this video. To be quite honest, I might just go mining in this video. This video might not entail fighting the Ender Dragon. It might just entail mining. But before that, I need a compass. And I need 4 iron for it, which is going to take an atrocious amount of time because I have 1 redstone. I do not... Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Why is this in here? FYI, I plan on getting more charcoal off stream. Redstone. Yes, I know you guys already saw the smoker up here. And because I guarantee you my cousin is probably going to be watching this, I'm going to use the smoker. Because I already know my cousin is probably going to watch this at some point. And I'm never going to hear the end of it. Lodestone. Where is the lodestone? Lodestone. This is going to only be for the cave. So, when I find a decent cave, I'm going to then plant the lodestone there. And then I'm going to evidently name the stupid compass. I need more fireworks, though. And I completely forgot to craft fireworks. That was the other thing I was going to do. And then, in the heat of the moment, I forgot to do it. RIP! Oh well. That's embarrassing. And I should have probably done that. And I didn't. My bad. Elytra. Equipped. It is a good thing that I put this here. So I could then fall off of my thing and not do it correctly. That's cool. Okay, whatever. I have stairs for a reason. Is this cave actually good? Well, it's a canyon, actually, not a... Okay, that works. Oh, wait. Crap, I didn't bring torches. And I also forgot my compass. Whoops! I forgot my compass. That is a no-brainer for me because I will probably never find that house. That was a no-brainer. On my end, at least. That was a no-brainer on my end. We don't talk about that. I forgot the compass to my house. We no talk about that because I did not think to grab the compass for my house. Okay, so it's pointing at the compass. Good. And it's a good thing that it says it's behind me. Right? It's still gonna... Yep, okay, perfect. Now I can actually go get the thing. No brainer, I didn't think about that. I need my compass in order to find my way back to my house. Which is a little ironic because my house is very inconveniently in the 1100 range. And finding my way back would be a nightmare. And also, no, that cave was not good. Probably should have grabbed torches, but it doesn't matter because I can just craft more torches when I find coal. Darn it, I didn't bring night vision potions. Oh, well, whatever. This canyon is good. Mainly for the fact that it has coal and copper in it. I will take the coal. Just so I can mine wood and get torches. And there's two villages right next to each other. I'm aware I have a Totem of the Undying. And just in case, I do in fact have a Totem of the Undying. But that's not going to mean very much if I get into a situation that I can't get out of with my Elytra. Or my weapons. Which is why I'm mining cobblestone. But I will take the copper. Because I can then make top copper torches. I can then make copper torches, which are slightly brighter than regular torches. And I will have 2 light sources if I do that. So I can craft regular torches, but also I can make sure to craft copper torches as well. Because the only thing a copper torch requires is a torch, and then I think surround it in copper. Also, this cave is not going to work. So I'm going to find a different cave. No. It's a good cave if there wasn't water in it. You know what? Snow biome. Nope. Maybe. 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 I'm only crafting 64 torches. Yes, that is going to take up a lot more space in my inventory. But when I find a good cave, I can then place the lodestone compass down, and 1 slot that is empty will make all the difference when it comes to the ability of finding... Oh, I just accidentally found one. Nope, never mind. Actually, kind of. Not really. I kind of found one. Not really, though. Kind of. I did, but also didn't at the same time. Now I just need to make... I am wasting my instant damage arrows, though, so that's kind of a problem. No. Surprise! And this is why you need a lodestone compass, not this garbage. This is why you should always have a lodestone compass handy. Because then you aren't getting into situations like this where you barely have any inventory space. And this is why. Because I don't have enough inventory space to carry all of this. I don't really care about the armor trim, but the Bad Omen bottle, I care about that. And then the raw copper, I also care about because I need it for freaking copper torches. And when I don't have the resources to do it, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, what's the recipe for copper torches? Because I had to craft another furnace. And I didn't bring charcoal with me, which is another thing that is kind of annoying. Because I didn't bring charcoal with me. And that would have been really helpful. Okay. How much would I get for... Okay, I can get that for a fraction of those. I need sticks and coal. Are you serious right now? Okay. That's annoying. I don't have an even number. I am coming up with a brilliant, but probably also not so brilliant strategy. And the strat here is to melt copper, turn it into nuggets, but also have a fairly decent number of lighting as well. It didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but it did give me another source of light. Kinda, sorta, not really. It kind of gave me another light source. It didn't exactly give me another light source, but it worked, so that's the only thing. The good thing is that it worked. That's the good thing, is that it worked, and it didn't cost me anything. That's the good thing, is that it got me a decent light source, but it didn't cost me a bajillion things. And the part where I need more freaking... It's not effective, but it works. It got me another light source. That's the good thing. I have 3 sources of light. And a bunch of things that I don't know what to do with. I'm not too concerned about the instant damage arrows, but I kind of want my instant damage arrows back. But I'm not going to take them because they're a waste of a lodestone compass. And finding the way back to my base without the compass that I already have would be hard enough as it is. So I'm not going to do that. And I only have so many fireworks, so I better hope that I find a cave that's actually decent, or... Well, actually, I have 3 stacks of fireworks, but that's not going to be enough. You know what? The hell with it. This cave will do. The hell with it. This cave will do perfectly fine. The hell with it. This cave will do. It's not too far from my base. It's almost the perfect distance. And it's flawless enough. So the cave is just going to have to be this. This is just going to have to be the cave. Because this is about the only freaking thing that I'm going to be able to do. This is the only cave. So this is going to have to do for now. Place. And compass. And boom. There we go. So this one is for the cave. And the one at the bottom is for my base. Now, here's a well, actually, here's not the real question. I already know the answer to it. I do have enough fireworks to get back to my base. The question is, will it be enough to... I can't really go mining, so I guess technically go back to the base, empty out my inventory, and then come back to the cave would be probably the best option at this particular point in time. Because it's basically a straight shot back to my house. So I don't really need the compass, because it's essentially a straight shot back to my house. I just have to not turn. Because it is a straight shot back to my house. If I had a map, though, that would also be handy. Okay, we are nearly... Okay, there it is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. Now that I have what I want... Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what this compass is and why it's flipping the hell out, this compass is actually the nether compass, so it's just going to be eternally freaking out. This is just a compass for the nether, and this one is going to be for the cave. So, cave number 1. And FYI, I am going to number these 1 through the highest number I can think of off the top of my head, which the highest number I can think of off the top of my head would be probably, let's go with 37. And we'll go from there. And then the compass that I'm going to leave the same is going to be this one. So this one I will know is the house, and the other one, yeah. So nether, my house, and then cave. And I'm going to evidently actually probably go ahead and very possibly attempt to craft more things. I need to make an ore chest, though, is what I need to do. And evidently, I actually should have done that, and I didn't do that. Is there an empty chest? You know what? Ore chest. Oh, wait a minute. I made a chest for ores. Did I not? I thought I did. No, this was the chest for ores. Whatever. Okay. Put that in there. Copper, or cobblestone, where is it? Put that there. Put that in there. And we are good to go for now. Sorry, I'm pulling one of my friends, and it's honestly kind of driving me nuts. And seeing as I already have torches, I'm going to leave... Well, no, actually, because... No, actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to leave this in my inventory. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this stuff in here and go ahead and go back to the cave and get more things, because I really need to go and do ore mining and mine for more ores, because that's going to be a massive help. Where did I put the arrows? Okay, that's going in there. And I'm bringing 1 arrow. 1 regular arrow is an infinite number of arrows. which is the reason why I have infinity on my bow, because just one of these arrows is an played Minecraft. For anyone who watches this video or sees it, one of these arrows, just one, is an infinite number of arrows. So, the arrows you don't have crafted, if you have just one of these and a bow with infinity on it, you will shoot the same arrow an infinite number of times and never have to worry about wasting your arrows, even though technically you aren't going to get infinity as easy as you might think you will. And also, actually, I need to craft more copper torches. No. Lanterns. So, actually, I have copper lanterns in here. Oh, these are waxed copper. Of course they're waxed copper lanterns. Bruh. Of course they're waxed. Gah. Of course they're waxed. Why am I not surprised? Of course they're waxed copper lanterns. Go figure. Ah, of course they're waxed. Ugh, I knew I should have waxed those. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with the other lodestone compass. Unless I, mark another cave. But that's not going to happen. Okay, so the cave is that way. And just to make sure I don't make a wrong turn, I'm going to leave the compass in my inventory so I can not only follow it, but also know where my house is. Well, I know where my house is, but I'm just going to swap in between so that way I should have emptied out my inventory more and I should have taken out the sticks. That's what I get for that. Okay. Half a heart, no problem. Totally not a problem at all. This might come back to bite me. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna wind up having so much copper by the end of this. Well, benefit of having an efficiency 5 netherite pickaxe. You get an infinite numbered supply of copper and all the diamonds you could ever ask for, because a 4 vein of diamonds with a fortune 3 netherite pickaxe or just one piece of gravel and flint will turn into a bunch of flint. Because fortune with a shovel and gravel and flint are a recipe for an infinite number of flint, that would go from just being nearly impossible to get flint to a decent number of flint. Let's not be stupid. How about that? And the stuff that I don't need, I'm just going to throw down there. Why did I do that? Oh, that actually worked. That works. I'll make sure to keep a note to self that there's a ginormous cave entrance right there. This cave is not very deep. I'm picking up on that pretty quickly, that this cave is not very deep. And also doesn't go very far. It doesn't really go very far down.